Hello everyone, welcome to my video on area of a rectangle. In this video, you'll be learning what area means, the very concept of it, and how it relates to the shape, the rectangle. Also, you will be learning in this video how to use the formula method to work out the area of the shape. So are we ready? Alright, so let's go into it. First, to find the area of a rectangle on a centimeter grid, we mean the total space inside the rectangle. In this case, we got lots of small squares inside, so we need to calculate or rather count all the squares inside, and that's going to be the area of the rectangle on the centimeter grid. Alright, so what we're going to do right now is to count them, all the squares, little squares inside the rectangle. So let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So we got total of 18 squares, lots of squares inside the rectangle. And that really is the area, the total area of the rectangle. So the area of the rectangle on the centimeter grid is 18. And because we know this rectangle is on the centimeter grid, the area unit is going to be centimeters squared. Now this is a very basic understanding how to work out the area of a rectangle. All you need to do is to calculate the number of squares inside a rectangle. That means that is just like the total space inside the rectangle, and then that's it. Now that's very simple, right? Okay, but now we're going to go to some more advanced way to solve the area of a rectangle. And let's go straight. And this is the formula method here. Here, to explain it further, you got a rectangle, okay, a green rectangle box here, and we need to work out the area. Now remember the dimensions are the length on the bottom here and the width on here. Of course, the area of it using the formula is the length times the width, and that's very easy to remember. So I'm going to put this in a cloud to make you always remember how to use the formula. Again, the area is the length times the width of a rectangle, and that's the formula method. I want you to remember this formula is very important. So let's move to a real question. Okay, here we have a rectangle and we need to find the area. The rectangle has dimension, the length 7 and the width 4. So the area, okay, of this shape is actually the length, which is represented by L, times W, which is the width. Here the length is 7 centimeters, the width is 4 centimeters, and then if you multiply this, you're going to have 28 centimeters squared. Don't forget to add your centimeter squares. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the next question. Are you ready? Okay, so this is it. Now we have a rectangle and we need to find the area of it, but this time the dimension for the length is 9 and the width is 7. Again, as before, the area of rectangle using the formula method is the length times the width. Here the length is 9 and the width is 7. And if you multiply 9 times 7, you're going to have 63. Of course, you put your unit, 63 centimeters squared. And now we'll move on to the next question. Now this is a calculator type question. The dimensions are already in decimals, 2.5, the length 2.5 centimeter, and the width is 6.2 centimeter. And we need to work out the area. So to begin first, I'm going to write the formula. The area of rectangle is the length times the width. Again, the length here is 2.5. So I'm going to write 2.5 here times the width, which is 6.2. All right, 6.2 here. So if you multiply 2.5 times 6.2, you're going to have 15.5 centimeters squared. Of course, you can use the calculator for that. Okay, so the area of this blue rectangle is 15.5 square centimeters. So we move to the next question. Now the next question is going to be a little different from what we've done. Now in this question, you will notice here that you're really looking for one of the side, okay? And the area has already been given. So it's a lot different from what we've done, but the principle still is the same thing, okay? All right, so to work at the area, I mean rather the known side, we begin first by writing out the formula. So the area of a rectangle, you already know by now, is the length times the width. Now we know that the value for the area, which is 30, okay, centimeters squared, okay, so, and that's going to be equals to the length. Now we know the length here is 5, and multiply by the width. Here, we don't know what the width is, okay, so I'm going to put the question mark there. So we need to work out what this width is really. Now there are two ways you could work this. One way is to think, what number will I multiply to 5? That will give me 30. Of course, you know that's going to be 6. Good. Another way you could do this, especially when you have larger numbers or even decimals, is to use the second method. What you need to do is to bring this 5 over here. So you have 30 and divide it by 5. Okay? And if you work this 30 divided by 5, that is definitely going to give you 6. Of course, because it's an unknown side, it will be 6 centimeters. So the unknown side is 6 centimeters. Now I prefer using this method because it's very cool and easy for me. All right? Okay. So we're now going to move on to the next question, but this time you're going to have decimals. All right. So this is it. Here we're going to find the length of the unknown side. That is the unknown side. And we have the area already given to you as 16.32 meters squared. And the length is given as 6.8 meters. So to work out this unknown side, first you begin by writing out your formula for the area of a rectangle, which is given already by length times the width. Here the area is 16.32 meters, and the length, of course, is 6.8. So I'm going to write down 6.8 times the width, of course, which is really unknown. Okay, so I'm going to put the unknown sign. All right, so to find the unknown side, I'm going to do 116.32 divided 6.8. So come here, 16.32 divide 6.8. Of course, that if you use a calculator, and 16.32 divide 6.8, you're going to have 2.4 centimeters. Remember, that's the unknown size. So you have meters. No, this time around it's not centimeter. You see, I made a mistake. It's got to be meters. So you got to be very careful when you are working your work. Make sure your unit has to be consistent. So you're gonna be meters. So the unknown side is actually 2.4 meters. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you really like it, I want you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and have a great day.